We're live there. Welcome, everyone, to Shane's yoga class with our wonderful guest, Lydia, who is gonna do the class because it's really difficult to teach and practice at the same time. If you can, please sign in online on MindBody. You can go to MindBody app, look up Hilltop Yoga, find any virtual class and sign in. That really helps out the studios because they can't bring anybody into the studios. If you're watching on Instagram, then you can follow the link in my bio. And yeah, that's as much as I'm gonna sell to you. Now I'm just gonna sell yoga to you. So I feel like today, yesterday, it's been really hectic in this area. So we're going to start just in a nice little seated meditation and kind of chill a bit. I know that everybody everywhere can benefit from sitting and chilling. So find a comfortable cross-legged seat, however that may look to you. Maybe you're sitting on a chair, whatever's comfy. Let your arms fall in your lap. Maybe they're on your knees, palms facing up. Maybe they're in your lap together. Just allow your eyes to gently close. Sitting up nice and tall, crown reaching. Relaxing through the sits bones. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Just letting it all go. Take another deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Maybe noticing in your body if anything is like catching hold on the exhales when you are trying to find that release. Maybe that's something physical, maybe that's something mental, emotional. But whatever it is that may be holding on, just take a little note of it. See if you can't breathe into it during this practice. Let's take one more deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. And then we begin to shift our breath into Ujjayi Breathing, which is in and out of the nose. Full and deep. Going all the way up to the lowest part of your belly, expanding through the side ribs, and then exhaling fully and completely and emptying out that body so you kind of pull the belly up and in to squeeze out any little air that's left over in your lungs, allowing you to then take a deeper inhale through the next cycle. We just got a nice little sit going. Breathing nice and deep in through the nose, out of the nose. You, your breath, the sound of my voice. You bring your attention into your shoulders and notice if they're lifting up towards your ears, and see if you can just drop them and relax a little bit. Maybe notice if you're making some kind of face, scrunched up nose, or your eyebrows pinched together, and see if you can relax your face. keeping up with that breath in and out of the nose. Okay, so from wherever you're at, let's go ahead and gently open up the eyeballs. And I'm going to have Lydia turn 90 degrees to the left so that you can see what we're about to do. And we're going to, this is not starting off practice, we've been sitting for a few minutes. We're going to do a pranayama. And this one is called Chaturanga, which is an alternate nostril breathing exercise. It's my favorite breathing exercise other than Ujjayi Breathing, which we were just practicing. But this one's very simple. You're going to take your right hand, you're going to place it right in front of your face. Your index finger and your middle finger will rest on that ajna space. The ajna is the third eye. It's going to rest right there. You can give yourself a little massage to keep that space nice and relaxed. Eventually, at some point, the thumb will block your right nostril, and your other two fingers, which are just chilling there, will eventually block your left nostril. But for now, we're going to take a deep inhale through our nose, exhaling out the mouth, and then take a deep inhale through the nose, block the left nostril, and exhale out the right, fully and completely. After you're completely empty, block both nostrils and hold at the bottom. And then open up that right and inhale through it. Once you reach the top, block them both and hold for as long as you can, and then release the left and exhale fully and completely. At the bottom, plug them both and hold. And then reopen the left nostril and take a deep inhale. At the top, plug them both and hold. And then release the right nostril, exhaling fully and completely. Once you've reached the bottom of that exhale, block both nostrils and hold. This is called Vaikumbhaka. And then open the right nostril and inhale fully and completely. Just like Ujjayi breathing. At the top of that breath, block them both and hold. Antarakumbhaka. And then release the left nostril and exhale out, emptying out the lungs. At the bottom of that exhale, plug them both and hold. And then open up the left nostril, inhaling fully and completely. Getting to the top, plug them both and hold. And then release the right, exhaling. And you're kind of going to just take this alternate breathing exercise at your own pace, following your own breath, which is an exhale out of the nostril, inhaling through that nostril, switching, exhaling out the other side, inhaling back in that side, switching, holding at the top and the bottom, using your pace, your breath, really listening to the nasal passages, the nasal passageways, and how they're intaking air, how they're expelling air, because you might have to take it easy if you feel some restriction. And when I say take it easy, I mean you have to relax. Because when we feel restriction, we begin to panic, and that creates more anxiety. So paying attention will cue you in for how you should respond. And we're trying to use this breathing technique to reduce anxiety and balance out both hemispheres, the right and the left hemisphere of the brain, which therefore balances out both the right and left hemisphere of the body. And this happens because there are two nerves which originate from each side, each nostril, which is pretty cool. And those nerves come from those nostrils and they go all the way down the spine. And so as you continue through this breathing in the right, exhaling, breathing in the left, and exhaling left, back and forth, you kind of touch base with the Sushumna, or the spinal cord, and your nervous system. And so you can begin to clear out how your nerves fire. Let them. It's like changing out the spark plugs in your car, except for your body, which is pretty cool that this exercise does that for you. So go ahead and take 5 more cycles at your breath, your pace. When you've finished with your 5th cycle, go ahead and relax both hands down into your lap and just draw your awareness in to the sensations of your body now. What were the effects of practicing this breathing technique? What were the effects on the mind? What were the effects on the body? What were the effects on your emotions? Let's go ahead and bring our hands together at heart center. Before we do anything physical, let's open up with an Om. Deep inhale through the nose. So let's go ahead and find a tabletop position. Bringing your wrists right underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, toes untucked, tops of the feet pressing into the mat. Well, let's go ahead and drop the belly, lift the gaze, opening the heart up on the inhale. Exhale, arching the back out, pulling the belly button up to the spine and releasing the head. Take an inhale to drop the belly, lift the gaze, open the heart. Exhale, rounding everything out, pushing the floor away and releasing the head. Inhale as we drop the belly, lift the gaze, opening the space between the collarbones. Exhaling as we round out the spine, releasing the head, belly button to sky. Inhale, coming to a neutral space. And then really feeling the floor underneath the palms. Press through the left palm and then lift the right hand straight out in front of you. Internally rotating this arm so that the palm is facing the side of the room. Thumb up, pinky down. And then pressing into this left palm. Let's go ahead and lift the left leg straight up behind us. So we have to really engage to the bandhas. And the bandhas are like the center core. They're more than just physical, but you find them physically first. So you have to engage to the core here so that you can really balance on that right knee and the left palm. Reaching through both the extended right arm and the extended left leg. Keeping that leg that's lifted plugged in. Inhale as we lift both ends, and then exhale the right elbow to the left knee. Kind of sucking everything in. Inhale as we extend and lengthen both ends. Exhale to bring that elbow to the knee. Inhale as we extend and lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Exhale to release both limbs back down to the mat. Inhale as we drop the belly, lift the gaze, open the heart. And then exhale to round up the spine, dropping the head, belly to sky. Inhale, coming back to a neutral spine. And then feeling the floor so strong underneath those palms. Go ahead and lift the left arm straight out in front of you. Internally rotating this arm, pinky down, thumb up, so that the palm is facing the side of the room. And then feeling the weight shift firmly into that right palm. Pick up the right leg this time. Plugging in the core so the belly button lifts up towards the spine, so that you can maintain your balance. Both limbs reaching. Inhale as we lift a little bit higher through the arm and leg, and then exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhale as we lengthen and reach. Exhale to round it out, knee to elbow, elbow to knee. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Then exhale, elbow to knee, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthening everything out. Then exhale as we release the arm and the leg. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze, opening the heart. Exhale to round everything out, dropping the head, belly button to spine. And then tucking the toes behind us. Let's inhale. Then exhale, lifting the hips up and back. As we come to Adho Mukha Svanasana, our first downward facing dog. So our palms pressing firmly, just as if we were in tabletop. The fingers are spread wide. That front knuckle, the webbing of the first knuckle is pressing firmly into the mat. We have a slight internal rotation into the forearm so that we keep the palms equally pressing, and then we externally rotate the upper arm so that we're not squeezing our shoulders into our ears. So the shoulder space is wide, head hanging heavy as we then extend the shoulder blades down the back towards the tail. The legs are reaching, heels are reaching towards the mat, they don't have to touch. The upper thighs are lifting, so the whole entire leg is plugged in strong. And the Ujjayi breath is flowing freely in and out of the nose. Let's take another inhale here as we press back into the heels, and then on the exhale, slowly step the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale up to a half flat back. Let your heart reach towards the front of the room. Each inhale growing length through the spine. as the exhale engages the core so that you can claim that real estate that you just gained with the spine. Inhale as we lift the heart a little bit more, and then exhale to fold, belly, chest, chin, Uttanasana. Inhale up to a half flat back. Exhale as we fold, Uttanasana. Inhale up to a half flat back. Exhale to fold, Uttanasana. So let's go ahead and clasp our opposite elbows here. Just releasing the upper body over the bottom body. Legs are plugged in, hips are right over our heels. We usually keep our toes and heels touching, but if it's more comfortable for you at home, you can go ahead and open. And I mean more comfortable as in if that is really painful for you, then you can open your legs up. But try to keep them together. Again, sending each inhale all the way to the low belly, because that low belly helps you grow a little bit more length through the spine. And then on the exhale, you can then release the torso over the legs a little bit further. Go ahead and release your arms into their deepest space. And then let's inhale up to a half flat back. Exhale, folding in Uttanasana. I bet it feels so much different this time than first. Inhale all the way up, arms reaching tall. Exhale to fold, belly, chest, chin, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, folding, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up and open, finding just a gentle release, a nice little back bend. And then exhale to fold, belly, chest, chin, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping it back to plank Balasana. Holds at the top of this push-up. Shoulders right over the wrists. Pressing through the shoulder space, filling up behind the heart. Legs are engaged, plugged in as the heels reach towards the back of the room. I think the wind closed the door. The neck is in line with the spine, the crown is still reaching, and we're maintaining our Ujjayi breath in and out of the nose. So pretty much the entire body's plugged in here. And at first, when you're new to yoga, I find, from my experience, that you kind of hate this position. It sucks. It's a lot of work. It's really hard to engage everything. But as you keep showing up, because you can't avoid this posture, I don't think there's ever been a class where I haven't done this posture. Over time and over practice, you can kind of hang out here for quite a long time because you engage just the bandhas and you find how the bones stack. So you really are just moving the breath. Inhale to press through the palms here, and then on the exhale, come forward. Elbows drop straight back behind you. Untucking the toes. Inhale for Bhujangasana. Or finding Sphinx like Lydia's doing. Which Lydia has her palms planted. Elbows are underneath the shoulders. If you're doing Bhujangasana, then you're going to have your wrists back so that your wrists are underneath the elbows. Or maybe you're in up dog, and so your body is off the ground and you have your shoulders underneath your wrists. In any case, they're all great heart openers. And we want to try to relax our bottoms so we can find more lift through the crown with each inhale. Inhale as we grow tall through the crown. And then exhale to line your thumbs, tucking your toes. Inhale to come up through Phalakasana. And exhale to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale as we press back through the heels, and then exhale, stepping the feet up to meet the hands as we start to flow through the Surya Namaskara A. Inhale to a half flat back, and exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up, arms reaching, maybe finding a release. And then exhale as we fold, belly, chest, chin, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back through plank. Lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to press back into the heels. Exhale to step or float the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up and open, maybe finding the release. Exhale to fold, belly, chest, chin, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, planting the palms, step it back, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to press, exhale, step or float up to meet the hands. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, folding in Uttanasana. Inhale, bending deep, Utkatasana, as we find our seat. So keeping the toes, heels, knees together, sitting as deep as you can, tail down, frontal hip bones lift. We're bringing our frontal ribs down and in as we extend the back ribs long so that we're not overarching in the back. Heart stays wide open here. So you drop the shoulder blades down, the spine towards the tail. Maybe you reach your hands up and overhead. The palms are facing if you do. Make sure that you can see your arms out of the corners of your eyes, but still release those shoulders down and away from the ears. And really try to stay present with the space that you're in, which means maybe you play with going a little bit deeper into the seat, or maybe that means you come out of it a little bit. But it's not really ever a set it and forget it kind of posture. Real subtly dynamic. Listening to the breath. Inhale, lifting the heart. Exhale as we fold, belly, chest, chin, Uttanasana. Let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. Inhale to come up to a half flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, stepping it back to plank, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the right leg up behind us. Palms are still pressing into the mat. Both legs are plugged in. We're trying to keep our hips level here. Inhale as we lift this leg a little bit higher. Exhale the foot up in between the palms. Planting the back foot down. Inhale up into Virabhadrasana 1. So the left leg is kind of pointed up towards the left top corner of your mat. It's at an angle. The pinky toe edge of that foot is planted firmly. And the left leg is strong and straight here. And the right leg, we want to bring that knee right over the ankle. And then we're going to begin to square up our hips by bringing the right hip back and in. And the left hip should lift slightly by engaging that upper thigh. It should be engaged if you have that leg long. Prana extending up through the side bodies, reaching out of the fingertips, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And I say that we try to square our hips off, and it usually doesn't happen, so don't feel bad if you aren't perfectly straight. I don't even know what that means. Inhale as we reach tall. Exhale to lower the palms down, stepping it back. Coming through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the left leg up behind you this time. Keeping the hips level or parallel with the floor. Pressing through both palms, reaching through both heels. Both upper thighs stay engaged. Inhale as we lift that leg a little bit higher, and then exhale the foot up in between the hands, planting the back foot down. Inhale up into Virabhadrasana 1. So you got a deep bend in this left leg, knee right over its ankle. The right leg is plugged in long and straight. Pinky toe side of that foot is planted firmly. The toes of that foot are kind of angled at 45. This time we're going to level off the hips by bringing the left hip back and in, and then slightly lifting the right by engaging that upper thigh. Reaching up through the fingertips, but relaxing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale as we grow. Exhale, planting the palms down, stepping back, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to press back into the heels, and on the exhale to step or float up to meet the hands as we flow through Sri Namaskar B. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, bending deep, Utkatasana. Exhale as we fold, belly, chest, chin, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping it back. Lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the right leg up behind. Exhale the foot up in between the hands, planting the back foot down. Inhale up, Vira 1. Exhale, palms down, stepping it back, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the left leg up behind. Exhale the foot up in between the palms, planting the back foot down. Inhale up, Vira 1. Exhale the palms down, stepping it back, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale to press. Exhale, step or float the feet up to meet the hands. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, bending deep, Utkatasana. Exhale as we fold, belly, chest, chin, Uttanasana. Inhale to a half flat back. Exhale, plant the palms, step or float, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the right leg. Exhale, a foot in between the hands. Plant the back foot down. Inhale up, Vira 1. Exhale the palms down. Stepping it back, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, Adho Mukha. Inhale the left leg up behind. Exhale the foot in between the hands. Inhale up, Vira 1. Exhale the palms down, stepping it back, lowering through Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale it out the mouth. Inhale as we lift the right leg up behind us. Let's go ahead and open this hip up, pointing the toe, still pressing firmly through both palms. Inhale as we open it up a little bit more, and then exhale the foot up in between the palms. Inhale as we windmill up, coming into Virabhadrasana 2. So this time the left toes are pointed towards the side of the room or mat. Deep bend in that front leg. Pinky toe edge of the left foot is planted firmly, and then we're bringing that left hip in. As we externally rotate our right knee, knees in line with the center of the foot. So we're opening up between the frontal hip bones. Reaching through the front and back fingers. We're engaging the muscles of the arms and relaxing the shoulders down and away from the ears. Inhale as we grow tall here, and then on the exhale, let's come far, far forward. As we find Parshva, maybe you plant your forearm right on your upper thigh. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a solid Parshvakonasana. Because I want you, the important thing here is to keep your heart open and lifting up towards the ceiling. Left arm reaching, maybe your drishti, which is your gaze, meets those fingertips. Inhale as we come back up into Virabhadrasana 2. And then exhale as we lower the left hand down the left leg, reversing this warrior. Gaze shifts up through that armpit space. And the lifted hand is internally rotated so that the palm is headed towards the back or the floor, depending on how deeply you're bent. Inhale, coming back up to Virabhadrasana 2. And then exhale, coming far, far forward. This time, let's bring the hand towards the inside. And we're going to walk that hand through the window, shoulder underneath the knee, as far as it'll come. And then plant that hand down. Shift your weight over into that hand. Maybe you can lift your leg off. Maybe it stays bent. Maybe it extends. This Virabhadrasana. Your leg does not have to lift at home. Inhale here. Exhale, bringing the left palm down. Maybe finding Ekapada Kamanyasana. A nice little arm balancing space. Inhale here, and then exhale to Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's go ahead and inhale the left leg up behind us, pointing the toe, opening the hip up. Still trying to keep our shoulders even with the floor. So even though we're opening up through the bottom body, we want to make sure that our upper body stays square. Inhale as we open up a little bit more, and then on the exhale, bring that foot up in between the palms. Inhale to windmill up, coming into Virabhadrasana 2. the right toes are pointing sideways towards the side wall, towards the side of your mat. Deep bend in the left leg, knee right over its ankle. We're bringing the right hip in this time as we externally rotate the left upper thigh, bringing the knee in line with the center of the foot, opening up through both frontal hip bones, reaching through front and back fingertips, tall through the crown and relaxed down the shoulders. Inhale as we grow tall here, and then on the exhale, reach far, far forward, coming into Parshva Konasana. And maybe you plant your forearm on your left thigh. Maybe you plant your palm to the inside or the outside of that left foot. Wherever you land, make sure you're lifting, spiraling your heart up towards the ceiling. Maybe the drishti reaches up towards those lifted right fingertips. And again, drishti is the focal point where you're looking. Inhale it back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale the right fingertips down the right side body. Gaze looks up through that armpit space. And we have an internal rotation in this lifted left arm. So that's pinky rotating down towards the floor. Inhale as we come back up to Virabhadrasana 2. And this time we're going to exhale, coming far, far forward and bringing that left shoulder underneath the knee. And then planting the palm down. Maybe we begin to shift our weight back into that left palm. Maybe your leg comes up off the floor. It can remain bent, or you can begin to extend that left leg straight. Visvamitrasana. And as we reach the right fingertips, and then on the exhale, plant the right palm down, shifting the weight, maybe finding Ekapada Kaundinyasana. Inhale here, exhale to float the left foot back to Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Ardha Pushpanasana. And let's inhale the right leg up behind us, open hip, pointing that toe. Exhale the foot up in between the hands. Inhale as we windmill up into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, coming far, far forward to Parshva Konasana. Inhale back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale to lower the left hand down. Viparita. Inhale, coming back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale a little bit more deeply forward, bringing that right shoulder underneath the right knee, planting the palm, maybe shifting your weight into that palm, left hand to the sky. Inhale as everything lifts. Exhale the palms down, shifting your weight, maybe finding an arm balance. Ekapada Kaundinyasana. Inhale here. Exhale to float it back to Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Ardha Pushpanasana. Inhale as we lift the left leg up behind us, opening the hip, pointing the toe. Exhale the foot up in between the palms. Inhale as we windmill up into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, coming far, far forward into Parshva Konasana. Inhale it back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Then exhale as we reverse this warrior, internally rotating the palm. Inhale to come back up into Virabhadrasana 2. And then exhale far, far, a little bit farther forward, bringing this left shoulder underneath the left knee, planting the left hand, maybe shifting the weight, maybe lifting something off the ground. Inhale as the right fingertips reach. Exhale the right palm down, maybe shifting the weight forward, finding your arm balance. Inhale here. Exhale as we land in Chaturanga. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale to tuck the toes, lifting the hips. Ardha Pushpanasana. Inhale as we lift the right leg, opening the hip. Exhale the foot up in between the hands. Inhale to windmill up to Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale, coming forward to Parshvakonasana. Inhale back up into Virabhadrasana 2, and then exhale to reverse this warrior. Inhale back up into Vira 2. Exhale a little bit more deeply, bringing that right shoulder right underneath the right knee, planting the palm, shifting the weight, maybe lifting something off the mat. Inhale as we extend the left fingertips. Exhale them down to the mat, shifting the weight forward, finding Ekapada Vinyasana. Inhale here, exhale as we land to Chaturanga. Inhale to open the heart up. Exhale, tucking the toes, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the left leg, open hip space. Exhale the foot up in between the palms. Inhale, windmilling up. Exhale as we reach far, far forward, coming into Parshvakonasana. Inhale it back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale to reverse this warrior. Inhale it back up into Virabhadrasana 2. Exhale a little bit more deeply forward, bringing that left shoulder underneath the left knee, planting the palm, maybe shifting your weight back on that left palm. Maybe something lifts. Inhale the right fingertips up to the sky. Exhale that right palm down, shifting the weight forward, lifting maybe into your arm balance. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale for up doggy cobra. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale as we press back into the heels. On the exhale, bend your knees deep. Look far, far forward as we jump, step, float through to our bottom. Then let's go ahead and open our legs up wide. Sitting up nice and tall on those sits bones. Inhale, reaching the arms up and overhead. And then exhale as we fold in belly, chest, chin. Upavishta Konasana. Making sure that you're folding belly, chest, chin so your spine should remain straight, nice and tall. Which means maybe you have to bring your hands behind you so you can keep your heart lifted, your crown reaching. Maybe you can begin to walk it forward. But I don't want you to round down and try to get your head, because it doesn't really do much. So you might as well feel where you're actually at on the forward fold aspect. And it's okay if it's just straight up, because that means your hips are probably really tight. Your low back is really tight. So you gotta work on learning how to loosen those up, breathing into those spaces so you can fold a little bit more deeply. And slowly walk the torso back up tall. And then bring the left leg into the right inner thigh. And we're going to inhale, reaching our arms up tall. And then the exhale, we're going to side bend over to the right leg. Maybe finding the clasp on that right foot. Reaching the left arm up to the sky. Maybe we can reach it overhead and clasp the foot. But again, I don't want the heart collapsing down into the floor. I want you to try to remain open, so if you do find that clasp, you can then use it to spiral your torso up towards the ceiling. If you're bound, just go ahead and slowly release. Inhaling back up, tall. Bringing the right leg in to meet the left. Feeling open in the soles of your feet so that they're facing the sky. Feeling open like a book, sitting up tall on your sits bones for Baddha Konasana. Inhale as we reach the crown tall, and then exhale, fold it in, belly, chest, chin. Again, this is another one where I don't want you to round out your spine to try to get somewhere. You're already right here, so there's nowhere to go. But keep the spine straight and just breathe into those hips. Slowly inhale the torso back up tall. And then extend the left legs out to the side, bringing that right sole of your foot to the inner thigh. We're going to inhale, reaching the hands up tall. And then on the exhale, we're going to side bend over to that left leg. Maybe find a clasp on the left foot. Maybe you can reach over and find a clasp on the foot as well with your right hand and use that to help open your heart to the sky. If not, just reach up. Maintaining your Ujjayi breath. Go ahead and slowly inhale the torso back up. And then let's go ahead and hug the knees into the torso. Reaching our arms straight out in front of us. Let's go ahead and slowly lower all the way down onto our spine. Hugging the knees into the chest. So I'm going to find some little rocks and rolls here. And then let's go ahead and open up our arms the shape of a T, lowering our knees over to the right side. As our gaze shifts left. Finding a nice gentle little twist. Inhale the knees back up through center, exhaling them over to the left as our gaze shifts right. As we can begin to relax into the space. Letting the breath just flow freely. Inhale the knees back to center. Let's go ahead and give them one last nice little hug. And then go ahead and release them, extending the legs out straight. Tucking the shoulder blades underneath you so the heart stays lifted. Palms come alongside the body facing up. And just like we did at the beginning of the practice, we're going to take some deep breaths, and I want you to scan the body with each deep breath and see if you can't let something release. So let's take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Let's get another deep inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. One last deep inhale through the nose. Exhaling out the mouth. It's good to settle in this nice space of relaxation, Shavasana. And join in. Slowly welcome some waking breaths back into the body. Maybe wiggling the fingers or toes. We've awakened. Bring some life in, animate the physical. And then when you're ready, go ahead and roll over onto your right side, coming into the fetal position. Using your hands, walk yourself up into a comfortable cross-legged seat. Bring your hands on your knees, palms facing up. And we're going to end this class sharing 3 Ams. Deep inhale. Bring our hands to heart center. Thank you for joining us in practice today. Thank you, Lydia. Namaste. Thank you, thank you. Sign in if you can. I'll see y'all next week.